would I start a supplement company again? So MHS is about a year old, and honestly guys, it hasn't been the easiest thing. So starting a business online or e-commerce is super hard, and in my opinion, I think it's harder than starting a brick and mortar business. So I can kind of compare because my wife started a grooming business, and honestly, she kind of blew up. Well, me, I'm kind of left in the dust. So starting a business is super hard, especially if you're gonna be doing it in a market that is basically already flooded. So I started in the pre-workout market, and pre-workout, it seems like everyone's trying to create a pre-workout. Same thing with a clothing brand. It seems like everyone's starting a clothing brand. So I want to teach you guys how to stand out for the crowd. I want to teach you how we're growing. This is what I'm going to do in this video as well as my whole channel. I want to teach you guys how Mark's Hype Supplements is growing, and I just want to give my business tips and ideas and just share my thoughts with you. So I always knew that I wanted to do something entrepreneurial. I wanted to go on my own, kind of start my own business, but I never knew what. And then I started MHS. I kind of saw some other big influencers who started their own brand, and I thought, hey, why can't I do this? Why not me? I always knew that it was going to be hard, but I never knew how hard. I mean, you see everybody else blowing up online, but once again, social media is fake, and are these people really driving Lamborghinis around, or are they just renting them for the day? Anyway, it's hard, and you don't make as much money as you think you would. It's super hard to understand the long game until you're in the long game. You want everything to happen overnight. You want things to blow up within a few months. However, many big brands like VPN, Rise, Bucked Up, they've all been around for over 10 years. And I'm sure they all started in the same place that I did. As I said in the beginning, financially, the money just isn't there because there's so much other things that are involved. It's not just buying a ton of pre-workout and then selling it for a higher price. One thing that also makes things very difficult is that I'm essentially the only one backing this up. So most of you guys are in the same boat as me. We're not all millionaires. We can't just throw $50,000 into a business and buy protein, pre-workout, BCAAs, all this other good stuff, and just throw it out in the market. We gotta start with one supplement and then go from there. So something that is also pretty useful is a website known as Superfill. So this is kind of like a drop shipping thing. It is very cheap to actually get started. However, you can't create your own formulas, and they kind of do everything for you. You can't put your own personal touch on it. Something else that makes it super difficult for myself is I'm 27, I have a family, I have a house. I can't pour my entire paycheck into the business like some of these 20-year-olds. So one thing that I wish I would have done is started sooner. That's just like everybody. So if I have any advice for anybody, it's to just start. And if you're 20 something and you're thinking about starting, please do. If you have any questions at all, you want to know more about the business, you want to see different business tips and tricks, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, because that's honestly what I'm going to be doing on this channel, is just sharing my journey, sharing my tips and tricks and how I'm growing. So we did also make another video talking about starting a clothing brand and how I have helped several other people start and basically get off the ground. So if you have any questions, leave in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.